Can theory analysis inform an interpretive decision? I'm Hilda Ryan with your quick tip for piano teachers. This morning I had a lesson with an early intermediate student on the Chopin prelude in A major. I had her shape her subphrases, two major subphrases like this, and when those were in place, we talked about the second half of the piece. I said, would you please identify the final chord for me? Well, it's A. Put your little finger in your left hand on A. What's the measure before that? Well, it's an E. What is that? That's a 5 chord, right? Play that with your second finger. Now, what's the measure before that? It's a B. Play that with your right hand thumb. And what's the one with the rolled chord, the measure before that? It's F sharp 7. So what do we have here? Well, we had 1, 5 of 5. That wasn't anything new, but the 5 of 5 of 5, now you can call it 5 of 2, but I think it's better to call it 5 of 5 of 5, was perhaps a new concept and interesting to note. So I said, I want you to play the last half again, and I want you to listen for the movement of that bass, moving from 5 of 5 of 5 to 5 of 5, 5 and 1. And then we're going to talk about whether that helps us figure out what to do with our dynamics. So she played it, and I said, well, does that help you think about what you want to do with your dynamics there in the second half? And she kind of didn't know. So I asked a leading question. Well, do you feel that the energy is increasing? Is the complexity increasing? Or is it folding in on itself, unraveling and going? She said it's the latter. And I said, I agree. So what might we do with the dynamics to convey that to our listener? So you do this, and then you do it the next ones. You still do the shaping, you see, but you do it at a lower dynamic level so that you have something like this. And that's how I like to teach students, so that they learn how to learn, so that they become independent musicians. I want them to understand why they're doing it, not because of something that's printed on the page or that the teacher wrote in, but something that they wrote in because they understand why now they're making a diminuendo and a retard or whatever the interpretive decisions are. I call that an organic interpretation. It's an interpretation based on unlocking the theory there and coming up with something that makes sense based on what's there. And I think that is far superior to just playing what's written on the page, because the student plays something that they feel, they understand, and then they feel it, and then they're able to communicate it. And isn't that what we're after? The student being able to communicate with the listener in such a way that the listener is really enjoying what they hear.